Fixed Roof Coupe channel. Chris here. Today I'm going to try something different. I usually do Corvette stuff and toolbox stuff. I did toolbox tours. I've been working on cars for like 16 years or so, and over the years I've picked up tools. I got some from my dad, some friends, and if it wasn't for somewhere like Harbor Freight and when Sears used to be open, your average guy, either do-it-yourselfer or hobbyist like me, wouldn't be able to afford tools. I can't afford box truck tools, so I get them at places like Harbor Freight, where Sears used to be, sometimes at the parts store. So today what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go over 10 Pittsburgh tools that I have acquired over the years that I think are worth every penny at Harbor Freight. I've used and abused them for years now, and they hold up just fine, and they've got me through plenty of things that a professional grade tool would get a professional mechanic through. So let's take a look at my list that I got. I have a bunch more, but these ones usually are my go-to and things that I think are a really good deal. Let's check it out. The first thing that's going to be on my list is the Pittsburgh Mini Pick and Hook Set. After all these items, I'm going to put their actual photos, their stock photos from the Harbor Freight website in case you don't have it and you want to order it. But getting back to these mini picks, these things are awesome. These are always my go-to. As you can tell, probably the flat pick is the most. They're usually $1.99 or so. You can get them on sale like for 99 cents or in the dollar bins. The 20% coupons work on them. I think these are a must for just about anybody's toolbox. Like I said, I use them all the time for small things, for wiring, for pushing out pins, all sorts of things. They get loose after a while. This one's loose right now, I noticed. But for the price, just go buy another one. This isn't the only set I have. I probably have like 2 or 3 sets of these. These are just the ones that I grabbed out of my box at the time. So that's number 1 on my list. Number 2 on my list is going to be the Pittsburgh 22-piece screwdriver set. This has been so far so good to me. I've had really good luck with them. This is my first set that I've had. I've had these for probably 2 years. I just busted this one. I hit it with a hammer and cracked it. These are lifetime warranty, so all you got to do is bring it back and get another one. It's got the bolts, or not the bolts, but the notches here, so you can throw a wrench on there for extra torque. This rounded, I don't know if I can get it to focus. I did this on one of those, I think it was either Volkswagen or a Honda. I think it was a Honda CRV. The Phillips style bolts they have in the brake rotors, they get rusted in there. That's what I was hitting with a hammer, and then when I torqued it, I twisted it. Magnetic tips. This one's holding up so far so good. The flatheads, so far so good. Magnetic tips. For the money, you can't beat it. I think they're like $10, somewhere around there. Like I said before on the other ones, you can use the 20% coupons on them. I back these. They're lifetime warranty. This one will be going back, and chances are they're going to give me the whole set brand new. It has Torx in it, and it has some other sizes in it as well, so check that out. Third on my list is definitely going to be the 1-pound rubber mallet. And I've had it all these times, all these years, and it's never broke, never nothing. It's been holding up just fine. I am, like I said, I'm a do-it-yourselfer or a hobbyist, but for the price they are, they're not very expensive. Definitely worth the money. Number 4 on my list is going to be the Pittsburgh Pro 3/8 quick release. It's a chrome one, not a flex handle, flat one. This is an awesome ratchet. I've had this for at least 2.5 years, maybe 3. It's one of my go-to ones. I use it quite a bit. The only complaint I have about these is that these are backwards. And I'm pretty sure I did that in my toolbox tour. On and off or backwards compared to your standard, like American style ratchets. But otherwise, it is what it is. I've never taken this apart. I've never re-greased it. I've never done anything. And it sounds the same way I did the day I got it. And I've been beating this thing up for a few years now. I will link a coupon for these and all these Pittsburgh style wrenches and stuff like that, ratchets, for $5 off. So I think these are like $12.99. So $13. You get this for $8. And for $8, I don't think there's a better ratchet out there for $8. And it's lifetime warranty. Just bring it back and they'll swap it out for you. Here we have the Pittsburgh Pro. Actually not Pro, but the Pittsburgh 9-piece Wobble Extensions. I only have 6 here. The other 3 are in my other toolbox that's in the back of my truck. I've never broken one of these, and I've had these half-inch ones torqued up pretty good, especially for torquing things down with doing motors and whatnot. I used it for wheel bearings before to get into certain wheel hubs and whatnot, the smaller ones, of course. And those were torqued back down like 150, 160 foot-pounds. Never broke one of those. So for the money, these are definitely worth it. And they're wobble, which is nice. You can get in a couple angles, you get in certain areas versus having typical Craftsman ones or other ones that are just a straight extension. These make things a little bit easier. That's number 5 on the list. Number 6 on my list is exactly what it says it is, a 10-piece jumbo punch and chisel set. This one's newer. I actually had lended out my other set to somebody, and they lost it. So for short money, they replaced it for me. So this is a newer one. As you can tell, these are kind of the ones I use the most. Awesome set. My other one I had for probably 5 years or so, 6 years, and I used to beat the ever-living snot out of every single one of those, especially more on these ones when we were doing restorations and stuff and trying to pry off old rusty things. Awesome. These are well worth the money, and same thing, lifetime warranty. If you got an issue with it, bring it back. They'll replace it for you. Number 7 on my list is going to be the 3/8 inch click type torque wrench by Pittsburgh. These are usually like $19.99. They usually go on sale for $11.99, sometimes $9.99. A lot of people talk about these, about them being terrible. I have had awesome luck with this. I've had this for probably 5 or 6 years. It's actually the first torque wrench that I have ever purchased. It's a 3/8. It does just fine. It's the old school kind that you twist and has a little lock on it. The click's decent on it. You got to kind of pay attention. It's not a loud click. It's not a beep. It's nothing. It's your old school click type. But I've had this checked probably 3 times on a box truck, a tool truck, a Matco truck, and a Snap-on truck. And they tested it for me because a lot of my buddies are actual mechanics. And it was within tolerance every single time. And I put a couple LSs together with this, and I worked on some old school small block Chevys, 350s and stuff, and 327s, and torqued down mains with this. And I have yet to have an issue. This has been an awesome piece for my toolbox for the last, like I said, I want to say it was 6 years. But as long as I've had this thing, it's been nothing but good to me. I just recently purchased the Icon 3/8 just because the coupon, and it was intriguing to me, so I had to buy something new, and I just like new things, and I'm sure you guys do too. But for the money, give it a shot. Right on the list is the Pittsburgh 3-ton heavy-duty jack stands. I've had these for a few years. I've had a ton of cars up on these. They hold up just fine. A lot of the ones, usually these welds or these pins break. These have not yet. I don't know if they're phasing the gray ones out, because I noticed that the new ones are red and they're a couple extra bucks. But if you can grab them, they're usually on sale. I think I got them for 20 bucks or something like that. Well worth the money. Good to have extra ones. You never know when you need, 2 extra, 3 extra. These are actually the main ones I use for most of my projects. I do need to get some bigger ones, though, because the Corvette is kind of hard to get off the ground because it's the way the body and frame is set up on it. So for the money, average Joe guy, decent set of jack stands. These have yet to let me down, obviously, because I'm still here. So that is number 8. Number 9 on the list is going to be the Pittsburgh half-inch SAE and metric impact sockets. These aren't the Pittsburgh Pro ones. These are just the regular cheapo ones. Yet again, lifetime warranty. You round one out, bring it back. They usually give you just the whole set, or sometimes they give you the single one. Usually give you the option. For me, at least. This is my original set. I've had an air compressor now as long as I've been in a house, so about 4 years, and I've yet to replace any of these, and I've used your standard sizes quite a bit. One little plus one, it's not a tool, it's tool storage. These Pittsburgh socket organizers, they do the trick. They're nothing crazy compared to like the new US General ones or the Hanson socket ones. They're not as nice, but if you just need somewhere to throw your stuff, they're not that bad. They have half-inch, and they also have a 1/4 inch and 3/8. I transferred all that stuff to the back of my pickup truck for a toolbox, so that's why I'm kind of getting rid of these. But these are going to go on a shelf, and I'll have them for tool storage that I do need. But these impact sockets, I have yet to have any issues with them. I haven't rounded any. I haven't broken any. Like I said, when I did some axles, sometimes you're torquing things at 150, 200 foot-pounds of torque, 150, 180. The Corvette, the SRP, not SRP, but ARP crank bolt, I want to say it was torqued at like 190 foot-pounds, and I used one of these to do it. No issues. No issues at all. So that is number 9 on the list, and if you want, these are like $10 each for 3. You get the metric, all 3, you know, 3/8, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and then for the standard, same thing, 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch in a box. So it's $20 for 2 of the holders. Just a little added thing, so I guess you could do 11 in this list of things, but these aren't a tool, so I'm not going to classify it as that. But the sockets for $20, home run. Last thing on my list is the Pittsburgh Pro 25-inch breaker bar. This thing's had me and a buddy standing on it to try to break bolts free before, and it's yet to snap. I've had this one for probably 2, maybe 3 years now. Done lots of axle stuff, ball joints, anything that's, you know, needs some serious pressure on it. Some old rusted stuff. I have had 0 issues with it. I haven't broken it yet, as I said before. I've watched plenty of comparison videos on this one. They hold up to pretty much just as much as the Snap-on and all the other ones for the price. I think these are $19.99, I want to say. Don't quote me. I'll post, like I said, early in the video. And you've seen everything has the actual link to Harbor Freight's website. This is a soft grip handle. They have a steel one as well. I don't think it's 25 inches long. They have a 3/8 one. I have a 3/8 breaker bar as well. If you're going to be using a breaker bar, something's usually on there pretty good, so you're usually going to go 1/2 inch anyways. But, yeah, for the money, this thing has yet to let me down. All right, guys, so that's my list of 10 Pittsburgh tools that I think are worth the money from Harbor Freight. They're worth every penny to me. If you've had these, or if you have them, you broke them, you've got them warranted, you have not broke them, you haven't got them warranted, they worked out for you, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. At the end of the video as well, I'm going to leave a coupon for Pittsburgh tools. Gets you $5 off, so it makes these ratchets like $8. Can never go wrong with that. Please like, subscribe, and share the channel if you like. We'll see you again soon.